setback in terms of a
click the button, man.
To protect our voting rights.
Did you see me own Josiah?
Yeah, you
totally owned him.
You trashed him, bro. You trashed
and
thrashed him. I saw him. He ran. He was like, I gotta leave. I gotta work off these holiday pounds. And then he flailed like a lunatic. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel like a hero, like a king. No, he was nice. I mean, I believe him. But now I'm gonna have to go through every Twitter thread and
see what the.
Yeah, just it's good. All this discourse is because of me, because I'm a Chad.
True. Your well-known hatred for the lefty squad.
True.
Hey, why don't you stop chirping? Sorry.
Wait, share your screen.
There. Happy?
Yeah, boy. What's going on in your Factorial world?
Well, I just refactored after finishing my one accomplishment, my achievement. So now I'm going for my.
So you're on a whole new game?
Yeah.
Alright, let me in. Dude, the EU DGG viewers are fucking pogging out of their mind right now. They're putting their dicks out of their hand to pay attention. There he is. There's my guy who's never taken APAC money.
Come on,
That's
dude.
The goat.
Hong is Hitler. El Sayed is Hitler. Even DAC didn't run on prison abolition or ending the West.
I can't remember who it was. I think Dan and I were talking about like genociders, and he was like, Hitler? He's the GOAT. I was like, you cannot say that, man.
Well, Dan can, right? It's me, but yes, I view someone seeking out Hassan to campaign with them, the same as someone who sought out Nick Fuentes to campaign with them. They're equally disturbing to me and a huge red flag on what they really want. Oh, and then here comes Pisco with the intellectualism.
He hit him with the, who are you voting for? Yeah, because I didn't want to be slimy in my conversation and be like, well, I'm going to sit on the couch. I'll just eat the bullet. Yeah, I'll go vote for fucking Tiffany. I don't care. If I buy RimWorld, or Factorio, can I join the fucking world or no? Just tell me now.
No.
Okay.
You don't want to.
Good. Because I don't know what to do now that my Death Star is built.
Your Death Star? Oh, the thing.
Yeah, it's built. Now I don't know what to do.
Well, good for you.
I guess I'll just have to play League.
Wait, fuck. Hold on 1 second.
Hold on.
Shut up. What? Say what?
Idea for national unity that will save democracy. The Senate races in Michigan and Texas are both approximately 50-50 in prediction markets. In Texas, the Republicans have nominated a generationally corrupt and unethical candidate. In Michigan, the Dems are about to nominate a socialist with a history of anti-American statements.
Based.
How about the Republicans endorse Tallarico in Texas?
Oh, I
and
saw
Dems
that
will
from
do it for
Hanania.
Rogers in Michigan.
Holy shit, that was some king shit, dude. Oh my god, dude. The dream would be like a fucking conservative party full of like Richard Hanania types. Or even like the Adam Kinzinger people. Fuck me.
Do you loathe for the old Republicans?
Or just anybody who's just not fucking crazy. I feel like I need to I don't even know. Like go on a redo like a general education. I don't even know, bro. I'm not sure. I don't think people realize like how, like even my audience, I don't think people realize like how horrible and cringe and bad the commie shit is.
Probably not, no. Oh, I got a question. During the what was it? The 20 when Trump was trying to get rid of the mandate or Obamacare or whatever it was, and
McCain,
the war prisoner whose name I'm
McCain?
forgetting.
McCain?
Yeah, McCain voted to save it or whatever. Did was that like a known thing or was it like a fucking shock?
My guess is that it was not expected, which I don't know how that's possible. Just because you've seen like how the British Parliament is. It's kind of like memes and wacky shit, right?
Yep.
I think this was one of the only times in my entire life.
You heard like a gasp in the audience.
Yeah, the people gasped.
Yeah. So he must have been telling like the whip, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna vote with you, don't worry. And he got up there in his old age and just like, fuck it.
Well, I actually don't know. Did McCain ever talk about that decision or?
Let me look. I mean, that's like book worthy.
Yeah. Day 20 vaccine to play Pierre. I'm never ever playing that. I don't know why you would ever even. I'm never playing that mod. I don't know why you guys spam it. Do you think Marxism, at least Marx himself originally intended, is inherently anti-Semitic? I can argue that it is. How? I don't know how Marxism would be inherently anti-Semitic.
In Restless Wave, he clarified that while he disliked the Affordable Care Act, his goal with the vote was to force the Senate back to working together rather than saving the bill. Or the specific law.
Sure. I'm just saying that, or I mean, like, generally you don't call votes and stuff unless you know what the result is going to be, right?
Yes.
So I don't know, I just don't know why that happened the way that it did.
Yeah, I have no idea. Someone in chat said they expected his vote unasked and then he put his thumb down.
Oh, like they didn't even ask him?
They just expected, I guess, yeah.
Bruh. That's a major bruh moment, if so.
Bruh.
Bruh! You realize this, how can you make people understand that you can't have like these one-way types of agreements like are inherently exploitative?
Yeah, explain. Like which?
Like if I say
one?
like I'm never ever gonna hit you, and then like every day when you see me, you just like punch me. And I'm like, I'm never going to hit you no matter what. And then like every day you see me, you keep punching me. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll never hit you no matter
Well,
what.
eventually you're going to snap and then you're going to fucking hit him. And they're going to be like, well, but you said. Yeah.
I just don't understand how to like get across that point of like inherently exploitative. Like there's so much stuff that we say. There's like a huge issue that I have. And Pisco really, I think this comes out with his hypotheticals. There's a lot of stuff we say. There's a lot of values we have. But they presuppose some like underlying thing. And when that underlying thing disappears, people still try to like hold on to the principle, but the principle's not there anymore if the underlying thing is like completely gone. So like I think who was I talking to when they were like it might have been the Jonah guy when he was saying like, well, the Democratic Party needs like more competition and everything, and it'll make the Democratic Party better. And it's like, okay, I mean, I agree with that. I think that's true, but we're not getting competition now because we're not even allowed to compete with the lefty people. We just have to completely and totally acquiesce to everything. We're not allowed to like fight against them at all. And
these aren't competition either. These are like people in a. I mean, I guess that they are, but they mask as Democrats, which they're not.
Yeah, they're playing in a way to take advantage of us. And I feel like sometimes this is like the hardest thing I think to get across with the whole tit for tat stuff. The idea behind tit for tat is not so that we're fighting all the time. It's so that we don't fight at all, or at least you dramatically limit the fighting. Like if you say like, well, if you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. Nobody says that because they want to fight. They say that because they don't want to get hit at all. And if the other person understands that, then ideally they wouldn't. You know.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's just annoying.
I mean, we're gonna have to hear the, well, but you said blue no matter who discourse for the next fucking years. But that's honestly, it's on us.
Yeah, but
we shouldn't. Yeah,
no. It was good, but the problem is that they didn't want to do that. So then, okay, then we're not. But they're the ones who didn't want to do the blue no matter who. So
they didn't follow the social contract. So why are we expected to? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. And then also, yeah, and even in my subreddit, people were saying this, like, I was like, do you think blue no matter who? Did that mean every single Democrat over any Republican into perpetuity? We're really like that partisan? Is that no? That's not. If anything, that's not me. I mean, nobody would expect me to be that hyper partisan. That's a
I would hope eventually we could go back to like Congress working somewhat together, but I don't know if those days will ever come back.
sure.
I don't like that Discord knows what fucking game I'm playing, and now it's asking me to link my Riot Games account to Discord. It's just weird.
Linking Discord to what?
It wants me to link it to my Riot Games account.
Problem? Okay.
Go through the thread. Oh, you're not going through the thread?
It's just more like they say brain dead conversation with Peace and Sword, but I don't know what is it. It's just gonna be like, we're gonna you gotta vote for them. We're gonna back up. Like I don't know what else.
At least break it down. It's good content.
It's boring as fuck. You're an accelerationist of a different sort. It seems like these are all the same brand. I don't know how to factor into these arguments. This is like if he hits me, I really am gonna hit him back. Oh, so you like violence? You love violence? You understand then that you're the same as him? You love violence? It's like, okay. It's just like,
well, how many times can they hit me, man?
Yeah, it's just like so boring. And it's like, well, they promise next time they won't. And it's like, okay, that. Like, you're willing for MAGA to wield complete executive control in Wisconsin on the possibility that such a defeat would significantly lower DSA's chances elsewhere. They are for us! Yeah?
How bad is the Tom Tiffin guy? Do I need to look into that?
Where?
Tom Tiffany, the guy who's running
Tiffany.
for governor.
I would assume that if they're
making him sound like Hitler. That's how everybody in these threads are making him sound.
If it's 2026 and you still identify with MAGA, then I would call you Hitler. Yeah.
I just don't even know if he does identify with MAGA. But I don't care.
Yeah, but they would do. If he's a Republican today, probably.
Well, if he's a Republican,
yeah.
Oh, he's a Freedom Caucus member?
Where somebody is like very articulate, and it tends to be people who like blanket themselves in like the concept of logic a lot, but they don't have like a macro understanding of a thing, and they end up missing like the actual like nuanced or in the weeds understanding of a thing. I don't know how else to explain this. It's like in a lot of law for the United States, even your sacred constitutional rights, a lot of people seem to not understand that basically every single right you have in the United States, there's some kind of balancing test related to these things. I don't think there's any absolute anything in the U.S. except for criminal protections for the president of the fucking United States now. But aside from that, I don't think there's any like absolute 100% freedom of whatever protections or absolute protection from ever being racist ever. You can never do anything based on race ever. And it's like, if I make a Martin Luther King movie, am I allowed to exclusively hire black people to audition for the role of Martin Luther King? Or can I have like a woman's only gym? Is that okay? Or can I advertise Jerry curl to black people instead of to all races? Like there's balancing tests for all of these things because you're trying to protect the right like as a whole. And sometimes that requires you, I don't know if you could say semi-paradoxically, it might require you to consider that class or thing in a micro instance in order to protect the thing as a whole. So if you see that, states are able to gerrymander in such a way that 98% of black people in a state seem to not have their voice heard ever because 98% of them are voting one way and they have zero representatives in Congress, this is the basis by which the Voting Rights Act would consider, these majority minority districts. You create these districts, it's like, okay, well, it seems like black people, no matter what, are never going to get their representatives elected if not for this type of protection. So you would like consider race when creating some of these districts. Now, if you're functionally retarded or if you're Alito, well, and I guess the rest of the conservatives that agreed, I guess you can disagree on that and you can say, well, actually that doesn't matter at all because I am going to go back to the ultra. Everything I just said, actually, none of this applies to the modern Supreme Court, so fuck me. But typically, a lot of stuff in law is like they're balancing tests to make sure that whatever right you're actually trying to protect, you're actually like achieving that income, or I'm sorry, you're achieving that outcome, not income, by the whatever process or procedure you're going through. Oh, fuck. It sounds like he didn't, I don't know if this guy read the study. It sounds like he just took the top line, the abstract or whatever. The cool thing about this Veil of Darkness study that he's referencing is Officer Tatum's not even giving the good, like, the brain dead counters. Is usually the counters like, well, black people, what happened was at nighttime, you had more like a closer representation of people being pulled over matching the ethnic population that you were policing. But in the daytime, you were more likely per capita to pull over a black person than a white person. And so the hypothesis was, we think that people are being pulled over, traffic stopped more due to their race. And what we're going to do is we're going to look and see if at nighttime the differences start to disappear. Now, the really cute, cool, clever thing about this study is that this is why it's called the Veil of Darkness study. But the clever thing was, people surmise, well, maybe, or people hypothesize, maybe a confounding thing here could be that white people tend to work more overnight jobs or something. So at night you would pull over more white people, and that's why it seems to be more balanced or whatever than, right? Because different people work at different times of the day. But in this paper, I think this was published in Nature. In this paper, what they did was they did this analysis, and they went to where there were daylight savings time changes. And when the daylight savings time change were to go into effect, then the pullover rates would dramatically switch, like right after, and you could track it that way. So even though this wouldn't theoretically impact when people are going to work or not, it does impact the amount of light available in the day, which furthered to go to the hypothesis in the paper that there was an impact on people being pulled over due to racial profiling, which is a really cute and clever test to figure out how to do that. There was another one, I wish I could remember the test methodologically for the abortion study. It's called the Turnaway study, and it had to do with Turnaway, with people getting turned away from abortion clinics or something. But they were trying to figure out something like abortion impacts on women in the future. And in order for, it's difficult to study because if a woman gets an abortion or doesn't, then obviously there's going to be a ton of different things in her life that could, determine her outcomes in the future. Like a woman who doesn't seek an abortion might be one who has more financial resources available. There's a whole bunch of stuff you have to control for to try to figure it out. And they had this really clever or cute study. It's like a landmark big one called I think it's called the Turnaround study or Turnaway study. And it was like they took every woman that came into an abortion clinic for the initial appointment, but then some got turned away for some reason, and then they followed like the outcomes of these people because that would have been the most closely matched demographic without as many confounds. It would be different. But I'm just saying for a lot of for a lot of the research stuff, the methodology part of the paper can sometimes be the most interesting part. I think it's cute.
You can read.
So can you?
I can't even say it because I'll type in a chat.
What?
I can't. I don't want to say it on your stream.
What? Okay. Is he typing it? Oh. Jesus. Bruh, in this case, scalpers would be base. They'd let us go see the movie. What do you mean?
They would, but they shouldn't exist.
No, that means that
you should just be able to go see the movie.
But that means that we could. But this is called price discrimination in action, Mutin. If the tickets were just openly,
but I don't want that.
No. If that
I would rather the company go and make their ticket.
Yeah, but the companies won't do that. But right now, it could be because they get bad PR because people cry about it. But it might be that we could only see the movie because scalpers have provided an essential market service, okay, where they have allowed somebody that's willing to pay a premium the ability to buy the ticket at a higher cost. So thank God for scalpers. They're performing an essential capitalist function.
Cannot think that because you build a park that somebody ain't gonna be shooting and acting a fool in the hood.
I just love capitalism and markets.
That is a generational thing that's gonna have to happen. And right now, we still got people out today.
Where's my libertarian copy pasta? Did you ever read this?
No.
Or you must have been listening when Dan was reading it. The Libertarian Investigator copy.
In North Korea, children who did.
You've never seen this one before? Oh my God.
No.
Somebody link me.
Don't give a F about a park. We've seen plenty of cases that
just see it in non-70mm IMAX. It's fine.
No.
The heads are all chopped off. It's terrible.
People have built.
That's a joke.
So
that's not
funny.
true. No, that's not true. That would be hilarious. Though.
It's not true, but it would be so funny.
I was shooting heroin and reading The Fountainhead in the front seat of my privately owned police cruiser when a call came in. I put a quarter in the radio to activate it. It was the chief. Bad news, detective. We got a situation. What? Is the mayor trying to ban trans fats again? Worse, somebody just stole $447 million worth of bitcoins. The heroin needle practically fell out of my arm. What kind of a monster would do something like that? Bitcoins are the ultimate currency. Virtual, anonymous, stateless. They represent true economic freedom, not subject to arbitrary manipulation by any government. Do we have any leads? Not yet, but mark my words. We're going to figure out who did this, and we're going to take them down, provided somebody pays us a fair market rate to do so. Easy, Chief, I said. Any rate the market offers is, by definition, fair. He laughed. That's why you're the best I got, Lazowski. Now you get out there and find those Bitcoins. Don't worry, I said. I'm on it. I put a quarter in the siren. 10 minutes later, I was on the scene. It was a normal office building, strangled on all sides by public sidewalks. I hopped over them and I went inside. Home Depot presents the police, I said, flashing my badge and my gun and a small picture of Ron Paul. Nobody move unless you want to. They didn't. Now, which one of you punks is going to pay me to investigate this crime? No one spoke up. Come on, I said. Don't you all understand that the protection of private property is the foundation of all personal liberty? Didn't seem like they did. Seriously, guys, without a strong economic motivator, I'm just going to stand here and not solve this case. Cash is fine, but I prefer being paid in gold bullion or autographed Penn Jillette posters. Nothing. These people were stonewalling me. It almost seemed like they didn't care that a fortune in computer money invented by drugs was missing. I figured I could wait them out. I lit several cigarettes indoors. A pregnant lady coughed, and I told her that secondhand smoke is a myth. Just then, a man in glasses made a break for it. Subway, eat fresh and freeze, scumbag, I yelled. Too late. He was already out the front door. I went after him. Stop right there, I yelled as I ran. He was faster than me because I always try to avoid stepping on public sidewalks. Our country needs a private sidewalk voucher system, but thanks to the incestuous interplay between our corrupt federal government and the public sidewalk lobby, it'll never happen. I was losing him. Listen, I'll pay you to stop, I yelled. What would you consider an appropriate price point for stopping? I'll offer you a 1/13 of an ounce of gold and a gently worn Bob Barr 2008 extra long or extra large long-sleeved men's t-shirt. He turned. In his hand was a revolver that the Constitution said he had every right to own. He fired at me and missed. I pulled my own gun, put a quarter in it, and fired back. The bullet lodged in a USPS mailbox less than a foot from his head. I shot the mailbox again, on purpose. All right, the man yelled, throwing down his weapon. I give up, cop. I confess. I took the Bitcoins. Why'd you do it? I asked, as I slapped a pair of Okies Greek Yogurt Presents handcuffs on the guy. Because I was afraid. Afraid? Afraid of an economic future, free from the pernicious meddling of central bankers, he said. I'm a central banker. I wanted to cold cock the guy. Years ago, a central banker killed my partner. Instead, I shook my head. Let this be a message to all your central banker friends out on the street, I said. No matter how many Bitcoins you steal, you'll never take away the dream of an open society based on the principles of personal and economic freedom. He nodded because he knew I was right, and then he swiped his credit card to pay me for arresting him. Have you never heard of the
hero?
The Lawbertarian copy pasta?
No, I've never seen this. Okay, two things. One, look at the link I just sent you. There's selling. You can bring 10 people to a VIP priority IMAX experience for $1,500.
Wait, hold on. Where? Oh.
This is at the theater.
You can bring... 10 people, you said?
Up to 10 VIP tickets to the Odyssey. Priority theater entry for the best available seating. 5 reserved parking spaces.
This isn't actually...
10 popcorns. This is real.
It's not a bad deal, though, even. That bad?
What is it? 10 for 1,500? 1,500 divided by 10. It's $150 a ticket?
For...
Plus popcorn?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, it's not that bad if you get
probably,
10 people.
Yeah, you're paying like 3 times. What would you normally pay for...
An IMAX, $40 minimum.
And then popcorn and drinks probably $20, $30 or whatever for 2 people.
20 or $30. Yeah.
It's not that bad.
This is not bad, actually.
And then it is a private theater, just 10 people, so not weird shit going on.
Is it a private theater?
Oh, my bad.
Or did you get 10 seats?
I thought VIP meant it was like a private showing for 10 people. Oh, hold on, wait, that's way worse. Never mind. I thought it was like for a private showing.
No, if it's a private showing, I'm guessing you just get 10 seats.
Oh, well, okay, this is significantly less cool then. Never mind.
All right, there's a second link though. If you want to do that,
Justical slop.
boy.
I definitely, if you can't understand it, then there's nothing I can do to make you understand. I definitely don't like J-Stock, but can't talk about it at the moment. Let me know. No, I don't even like J-Stock. I don't like him. Pisco. Appease a little harder, Pisco. Appease a little harder. It's definitely working. You guys are definitely not getting, like, categorically fucked over by these people. Like, just keep appeasing them. Eventually it'll stop. All you gotta do is support Destiny and politics forever, and then you don't get this harassment, Pisco. You don't get any of this stuff.
Pisco is choosing to engage in, like, online debates. Who's harassing him? Is he being harassed? Does he complain about being harassed?
No, I even messaged Pisco. I was like, hey, if you're getting any like bad DMs or whatever from our debate or anything, let me know and I'll fucking ban him. And he was like, I don't mind. It's all good.
I even told Pisco at the end of the last debate that I still 70% love him. I was a nice guy. Okay.
Just understand, Pisco. Isn't it better? This is like... Pisco, this is like tit for tat. Basically, like, Destiny doesn't want to punish you. Destiny doesn't want to, like, dox you or threaten you or anything. But if you're, like, gonna say that he's wrong about something, well, you know, it's just that he doesn't want to follow through. But you know what the penalty is. And then Pisco gets down on his knees. Oh, please, Master Banel. Master Banel. Okay. Now, that's a little unfair. Okay, that's a little unfair. All right.
Like, it's just so cringe that they try to put... I understand the narratives. You guys have been doing a great job pushing back everywhere, though, okay? Good job on fighting all over the Reddits and all on Twitter. It sounds cringe and dumb, but I see you. And it actually... I feel like the effect has been more dramatic in a shorter time period than I thought, which makes me feel like a lot more of the opposition than I thought, I think, is maybe, like, botted or something. I'm not sure. It's hard to see... or it's hard to tell all the time, obviously, because... the bots are sophisticated enough and the people are stupid enough that they have like kind of crossed paths that I think they have to tone the bots down because sometimes people sound more like bots than actual bots do. But like I'm the most well-known like debate me guy on the entire internet. How the fuck would I be like if I was this averse to criticism? I would have killed myself by now. I don't know how anybody can try to perpetuate this myth in their community. Oh, Destiny, he's the guy who hates it when people are disagreeing with him and can't handle any contention whatsoever. Like, really? Okay.
I'll be real. That's my over the top take, okay? My real take is
when you say bots, do you mean people controlled by a small accounts controlled by a small group of people? No, I think there is a legitimately probably a high degree of actual like what was that program where they called the spun up account entities like souls or whatever? I think a lot of it is legitimately just like AI botted shit now.
That what's going on here is Pisco is just making a very cynical trade that he gets nothing. There's no benefit to defending me. There's no major audience he'll gain. There's nobody who really knows who I am. And that he has overlap with this audience already. And so he's just trying to placate as much as possible because, again, it doesn't matter if I'm in the right. No.
If you're not a Democrat, why are you fighting so hard for the party? These anti-lefty debates often end up sounding super partisan now. Well, right now, I super identify with the Democratic Party for sure. I'm just saying that I'm not like a hardcore partisan figure. I've got like a wall of guns behind me, and I think that I don't know. I fought a lot on the woke stuff and the Rittenhouse stuff. Like, I don't think I feel like my bona fides are good enough that I don't have the perception as being just like, or I shouldn't have the perception as being just a partisan Democratic or wokey guy support or whatever.
He might dislike me too. He doesn't hate me. But he might dislike me, and that's fair. Like, he could dislike me. It's not a rule that you should like me. But to me, it's all of this stuff. It's all of these implications that like he's just being pliable, trying not to get into a fight. And it's like it sucks. It sucks. But all it is there's no upside to him doing it. He gets nothing in profit, right? And so and
15, 20 years from now, is it possible to become a Republican? Let's say the Dems continue to go far left and the Republicans moderate to the center. I mean, I guess if the Democratic Party legitimately becomes a fucking like a communist party, sure, I guess that's possible then.
You should never expect a streamer, and this is the same for me. You should never expect a streamer to stand up for what's right when they can
stand up for what's
actually
easy.
Do something that, you know, is the path of least resistance.
Wow.
Ever. And it's not like I
Do you think it'd be a good idea to start doing more canvassing during primaries? I mean, Search for the seems to be getting through primaries. Yeah, there was a primary that I really wanted to participate in this cycle. It's funny, for all the spite-based shit that people talk about, there was the one primary that I really wanted to get involved in this cycle was the Texas 23, I think, with the Brandon Herrera guy. That was the one I really wanted to do, but I can't with my lawsuit ongoing. So, but don't worry.
How is that primary going?
Well, I don't want to be mean to her, but she just seemed like. How am I don't know what you want to say. Like, not, I don't want to say like not super serious, but I just don't think she's equipped for like a major like national level race. Like, it was good that somebody ran, but like, for instance, when I checked, I wanted to say the fundraising was like, I don't know if it was for just this cycle.
You're talking about the general now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was no other primary challenge. She was the only one running, but I think Brandon Herrera had raised like 1.5 million, and I think she'd raised like 42,000. It's just like not, yeah.
I think Pisco would stand up for what's right if it was somebody who was like close to him. Like, I think when he was doing a podcast with Aaron and they were going after Aaron,
they were going after Aaron. I hate how this disgusting fat fuck confuses what they do, which is like unlimited amounts of personal harassment and shit, with what we do, which is like, I think Aaron is like a hardcore, like tanky-ish person. Like I think that. But like, think about, it's so gross too, because like, think about all the weird personal shit, everything. I don't think I've ever said anything bad about Aaron interpersonally ever at all. I'm pretty sure I've said just the opposite multiple times. Like, and I still maintain that to this day. I've never heard of, despite all the weird dumb drama and everything else, I've never heard of her doing anything bad or fucking over anybody or doing anything weird or whatever. I don't have any problems interpersonally with Aaron. And I don't know if any of us have ever even and I don't even know if nobody even knows anything about her personal life. I don't know if anybody in my community's ever interpersonally harassed her. Like, it's such a weird fucking claim to make. But I don't know, whatever. I think like the weirdest or the worst things that people have said are kind of like the girlfriend mind control thing. I guess you could argue that's kind of shitty, which is kind of true, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a cringe argument from him. She fucked you over pretty hard, no? I mean, I don't know if I would say that. And I mean, I feel like in looking at all the messages and everything that was going on, it feels to me that she was just trying to do the best thing for Pixie, to figure out something for her. That was my feeling on everything. The only thing that I think she did that was fucking stupid was sharing anything with President Sunday. But there's just not enough there for me to think that she was doing it with the intention of being malicious.
Stood up for what was...
She fucked over Pixie when she shared texts. Yes, but not legitimately fucking over Pixie. She fucked over Pixie trying to do some sussy baka fucky bullshit. Because Pixie tries to say that she was never... she got pressured into releasing her video because of the President Sunday and the Beckett video. But that's a lie. She had that Substack written, I think, weeks before. Like, we can see that in the Aaron DM. So Aaron only fucked over Pixie insofar as like Pixie was trying to lie like a motherfucker about everything she was doing.
Right then, right? But he doesn't know me. Probably.
Okay.
Because
why don't you bring up the solo guy? Because I'm a defendant. It doesn't. It's this again. This is a huge thing. Again, I don't know fuck all about law or whatever. But like I said, if I could do anything differently in my court case, it would have been to and maybe even as a rule of thumb in the future, I don't know how often celebs do this, is to literally always have a countersuit. I just feel like I feel like having a countersuit is just so much nicer, because then it gives me so many more options in terms of responding to stuff. But me bringing up solo or me bringing up other evidence or whatever, none of that really matters that much, because it's not like I don't have any claims on the table that I can sue her for, right? The best I have are sanctions, and our judge has already made it clear that she doesn't like us filing sanctions, so, which I'm hoping she's gonna throw the book at them for that. My biggest argument, I had to talk to my legal people about this. My biggest concern, or my biggest question, I think, is I'm wondering how they're going to make the argument that we should go to trial. The only thing we have is that one Abby affidavit. None of us were able to depose Abby. If all of that is true, I wonder if we would go to trial if we could say for certain that Abby wasn't going to be there. So I don't even know if her affidavit is valid at that point. Like, if it's like probative, if she's not willing to testify relating to it. And then if they say that, well, don't worry, she'll be there, what I'm really curious about is how could you guarantee that to the judge? You had your only witness that wasn't available for the entirety of our discovery period. How could you possibly guarantee that she is going to be there on the day of court? I have no idea how they would even begin to approach that argument, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Good luck.
It seems crazy that, like, oh yeah, we couldn't find her to depose her. But we're gonna bring her as a witness. That seems
Especially because, do you remember the day of my deposition? Do you remember what day I was deposed?
Not the day, I guess.
Your birthday? What? No. That was Lauren
that
Hayden's
was Lauren
deposition.
De Laguna.
Does anybody remember what day I did my deposition on?
It was like August. No, not August. Sorry.
Isn't it kind of dumb, though, that you have a legitimate legal complaint and a judge is allowed to not like it on a personal level and not engage? I mean, I'm probably misunderstanding the process, but it seems almost like bias to allow one side to be so shit and then not allow the other to protect themselves or hold them accountable. Well, I mean, it's a sanction. A sanction is kind of an extraordinary relief you're seeking from the court, and she just didn't want to deal with it. But I mean, it's probably because she's busy. I don't know, bro. I love my judge, and I love judges, and I love the United States of America civil litigation
I love all
process.
judges.
It was your birthday. Didn't you do it on your birthday? No, I listened to Lauren's deposition on my birthday.
It was a good birthday treat.
Good one. Slazik
My God.
published his first article. Who the fuck is Slazik? What? Why do you say my God?
That's like we're coming up on. I know we're a bit away from your birthday, but we're coming up on it again. And that, like last birthday, we were still doing this. Jesus.
Well, and it started almost on the one before, right?
Christ Almighty. How the fuck does it take so long?
Fuck. Well,
This is like the ultimate trolling hack.
fuck.
Just sue someone.
Okay, hold on. Let me check my email. God damn it. Your deposition was on April 27th, was it? Deposition. That was Pixies. That was April 27th. Oh my God. When they tried to leave, that was crazy. Holy shit.
Oh, that was awesome.
Disgusting. Because Joan wanted to try to defend Pixie's Depot remotely. She could even show up to her own fucking client. I hate how unseriously she's taking. I think I've seen her one time in this whole fucking court case, and then she's AFK.
It was like the last hearing or whatever.
No, fuck no. She doesn't show up.
No,
she didn't show
wasn't
up
there for that
No.
because I was listening.
It was
Yeah.
just her deposition, and they tried to do that one remotely too. And then they wanted us to fly to fucking Illinois. Fuck, so fucking gross. How and she's not gonna be at the one in a week too. God, oh my God. Finish. Oh, May 5th. Okay. I did my deposition on May 5th. Okay. Keep in mind that Abby was missing for the entire discovery period. They said they couldn't find her. We couldn't depose her. They didn't depose her. Okay. Their only witness. Okay. She was gone. And then 3 days after my deposition, after her being gone forever, somehow they magically add another declaration from Jane Doe Abby MC. We can't say her real name, so just Abby MC. 3 days after. So she's gone for 8 months or whatever. Can't depose her, can't find her. Nobody can get any evidence from her, nothing.
Oh,
and then 3 days... 3 days after my 3 days after my deposition, they magically have another affidavit to file for her. Yeah, so cringe. Whatever.
Prohibited possessor. He was already a
Interesting argument. I just read a chat comment. It made me think of this argument. One interesting argument is he's saying that all the rap music in society is having a negative influence on black people because it makes them, I guess, want to be gangsters or whatever. Wouldn't all that same rap music then that's consumed by so many white people, wouldn't it have a negative influence on white people because he's saying like, well, it doesn't make white people go and shoot up schools or go and shoot up the blog or whatever, but wouldn't it make them think that black people are more likely to do it? Why would it make black people do a crazy thing and not white people think that black people could do a crazy thing? No? I don't know. Just random.
And escape the plantation. A lot of people didn't. Is it the fault of all those black people that they couldn't?
Another issue that these conversations have a lot, I talk about this a lot, and that it's hard to, when you talk to people personally, like in my personal life, or if I'm giving personal advice to somebody, like this is always coming from the most libertarian perspective possible. Like you are the only person that will ever give a fuck about your life. Like you have to do whatever you can to make sure that, you know, your shit gets handled. Nobody else is going to look out for you. Like you just, that's it. But when you're talking from like a political debate perspective or whatever, you're talking like policy. And policy is going to be, what can the government do? What can we offer societally? Why did I bring this up? Oh, I guess I don't know what this what is his name, Tatum, the officer's dad, would think, but in terms of like rap music has like a bad impact on you, and you know you can't participate in like hood culture or whatever. The people that I knew growing up that were the biggest on that were the black fathers in my grandma's neighborhood. Whoo, dude! I remember when my friend's older brother got caught. I don't even know who I don't even know who the rapper was at the time because I was a fucking 8-year-old little white kid. I don't listen to any rap music. I'm pretty sure my parents would kill me or whatever. Or not. It's just you can't listen to music with cuss words. But I remember overhearing a fight when we were in his room playing whatever Mortal Kombat, where I think Shiva could go up and down. You would just push up and down or something. It was on the Super Nintendo, I think. But his brother got caught with a rap CD. Oh my god, dude, his dad was going crazy. But that household was
they hated that shit,
so strict. But when there's like, when you have like a whole black family, and then especially I think they're all religious. I don't know. Everyone I knew growing up was like they were all religious. Those households, man, they are run the most strict. Like your pants can't sag. You got to look presentable. You do your grooming. You have to like no fucking crazy media in the house. Like super strict. I wonder sometimes when those families produce, I don't know if that's where Tatum came from, if his parents were like that. And I mean, it is good in terms of instilling strong values and everything in your kid. But I wonder if those people are more likely to be churned out into the world as conservatives who think that you just need like the ultimate amount of responsibility for everything and then everything will be solved. I don't know. Just
escape.
2022, 46% of black people were middle class. I feel like, I wonder how much that's impacted by African immigrants. Just because I'm pretty sure black people that immigrate here are, well, almost anybody that immigrates here is likely to be pretty
Educated?
wealthy. I mean, you're immigrating across the ocean.
Yeah.
I hate the black.
Careful.
Oh, I mean, wait, what? Sorry, I hate black. I hate just the descriptor black and not with the abandoning of African American just drives me crazy. Yeah.
Wait, you hate the descriptor of black, not
because
African
black,
American?
yeah, because black hand waves it meshes together all of the African immigrant people with people that are like the descendants of slaves in the United States, and you're missing like a huge lived experience there by just calling all of them black, I think.
Makes sense. I didn't think black people liked the term African American.
I think, yeah, everybody
Ebbs
just
and
seemed, I don't know. At some point people thought that it meant that like you're from Africa, and then it just fell out of favor, and it's cringe. I don't know. Look at point 6 on this. Hold on. In 2022, more than a third of immigrants lived in lower-income households, compared with 29% of the U.S.-born. Immigrants also trailed the U.S.-born in the shares. There are large gaps in the economic status of American residents by the region of birth among people born in Asia. By comparison, only 6% were in the upper. How am I? This doesn't have my U.S.-born versus foreign-born for just black people, no? Foreign-born African immigrants. Not all black immigrants come from Africa, by the way. Yeah, that's true. But my guess is actually, I wonder if most of them actually come from Britain. That wouldn't surprise me, actually. Your bit on African American and black was really bad, in my opinion. It's like saying only those on the fucking Mayflower can be European American. Then what do you call the rest of the white people? Well, there is no rest of the white people, no? But I mean, like, Irish Americans and Italian Americans at points in history had, like, unique upbringings and unique experiences, no? But
Italian people. My face one.
Fucking woke up.
Well, it's because I got a message from Mr. Mooten, and he's like, "This fucking
Don't
Gusano
name-
fuck
Can you
stole our time slot. So I don't know what to do. I guess we're not getting paid today. No house for me." I said, "Damn, that sucks," and I went back to sleep.
Damn.
And then he
Mooten just
did
lost
the
his
W.
league game. Is he triggered? Uh-oh.
He said the
Yeah, I
W
lost.
cat emoji after that as well.
Oh. Okay.
But I said, "How is it just business for you to get rolled?" And then he didn't have an answer to that.
Damn.
Destiny
what
was
I
on
call
time earlier than Dan.
A cool
A mega
fucking story,
low.
bro.
You know when you repeat that 8 times, it just makes you look.
Based.
By the
I
way,
will be I will be out of town though on the 8th, and then I'll maybe not stream on the 7th, depending on. It'll be a short stream.
Where are you going?
Where are you going on the 8th?
To top secret, I can't say, but it's for a debate thing.
Can
Okay.
you tell me?
I'll think about it.
Yes.
So, why is it you're in the morning? What the fuck's going on?
It's just for the next 3 days. It's just easy for me to stream at these hours.
Interesting. Very mysterious.
No, not that much. Okay,
That's incredibly mysterious.
back to the
How
black
are you
guy
gonna say it's
debates.
not mysterious? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I
That's a
interrupting your
lot of-
fucking
well-
movie of Jubilee? Who cares? Two dumb people fucking arguing. Wow, never seen this one before. It's like every fucking DGG stream. It's not
That's
even
all of our politics.
good
now. Yeah,
argument.
welcome.
What?
All politics is just.
By
dumb
the way,
people
I was gonna
arguing
let you
now.
know.
Uh-oh.
I discovered something last night. I don't know if you've noticed this. So I did a quick stream last night, and there are some members of your audience, I think, that probably have autism. Not that that's bad, but they kept sending me videos of people crushing rocks, and I don't mean like they were really excited to send me videos of rocks getting crushed, and I didn't get it. And it reminded me of like the Tyrion Lannister.
Yes, that's exactly
scene.
what I was thinking of.
And it's like, oh, why are you sending me this? And they just really are fucking into rocks getting crushed. And their favorite part, by the way, of the rocks getting crushed is when it gets stuck, and then they put a big crowbar in there, and then they unstuck the rocks so that they start flowing again. And they are, to them,
Can you
that
send me
is
some of these? These sound good.
no, Moot, stay away. All right, if you don't have autism, it's gonna give it to you. I'm telling you
I
right
haven't
now.
seen it.
Oh man, I just Moot.
Hold
It's
on now.
there's so many of them. Also, I don't know if it's the same group of. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Wait, was there a
There's
point
a
to this story, or what? You just telling me people send you videos
It's
of rocks being
welcome to
crushed?
every morning.
Oh.
This is what conversation is. Okay, this is what conversation is. It's me telling you something that you don't know. You're about to watch something where you know, and it's just going to be a bunch of people saying classic, classic, classic in chat over and over and over again because they've heard this before. You've never heard this before. What I'm telling you, this is the first time for you.
Okay.
And you want me to be silenced as soon as possible so you can get back to this? Why? For what reason?
No, I was just asking if there was a larger point you were making or not. That's okay. That doesn't have
The
to be.
larger point is that it's interesting. I don't fucking know. Like, have you seen these videos? These people like out of Pakistan, and it's like, I'm gonna make a battery, and it's like, how are you gonna do that? It's like, well, we start with an old battery, and we get the battery acid all over everything, and we start from fucking scratch, and it's just fucking crazy. These dudes out of Pakistan, man, they're fucking doing wild shit over there,
I heard
building
they can
something
build,
out of nothing.
Rockets out of cookies. You ever see those?
No, that's in Palestine. Wrong place.
Yeah, Pakistan.
Actually, I think it was
Pakistan.
in I think it was in Iraq with the videos of the people doing it. But
So with cookies or with the ingredients?
it was
for
with
cookies?
sugar. They show you how to like do somebody's. It's probably in my notes. It's like a minute 30-second video on it where they with a bunch of sugar. You can use sugar and fertilizer, I think, to make some kind of propellant. I don't know. It's a shitty propellant, but
Let me ask you this, hypothetically. If the Jews did decide to pack up and leave, like let's say they're like, you know what, we got a lot of money. We're Jewish after all. Let's get the fuck out of this bitch. We're surrounded by a bunch of motherfuckers who want to kill us. Where can we go? And let's say they found an area like it's some island off the coast of Brazil or something, bigger than Israel. Holy upgrade. You know what I'm talking about, right? That's business. That's good. We got more land. It's all our shit. Everything's happy. They're just going to buy that bitch. Kind of like how Larry Ellison bought like a Hawaiian island. We're going to do that, but it's going to be bigger. Fuck ton of land. Do you think that even in that instance, people would still be losing their fucking marbles over Israel 2.0?
I have no idea.
Let's say there wasn't a single person that was evicted. I know you don't know.
I mean, I don't
Okay.
know. I mean, I'm sure they
You're not
wouldn't
a
be
future
happy
person.
with it, but it wouldn't be like a furthering of like the American empire, so they probably just wouldn't talk about it as much. Right now, Israel is seen as a Western-aligned democracy in the Middle East, and that's why they attack it so much. So if
My
they were in
thinking
like
is
some
that they
random
would-
spot where it didn't matter and there was no U.S. influence to exert over, they probably wouldn't give a fuck.
No, I think they would give a fuck because they'd be like, why is it only Jews that you allow there? Because obviously it would still be the Jewish ethno-state.
I don't think they
quote
would care.
unquote.
I don't think they'd care that much.
Really?
Because it's an anti-Western thing that powers their anti-Semitism. It's not like a intrinsic hatred for Jewish people, I don't think.
I am
So
not
they just hate-
anti-Semite.
Well, who are the biggest? Shouldn't they? We hate Canada then? Because I mean, Canada's like, and France. Those are the biggest allies to the United States, way more than Israel is.
Sure, but it's harder to hate on them, I guess. I don't know. I think they
Why?
like France right now because France is like NATO skeptic, so they're all jerking off France or something. Or is that Spain?
That's Spain.
Spain.
France love.
Yeah, just kidding. Sorry.
I thought, isn't France our oldest ally?
Maybe technically, yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, very, very, very interesting. Well, I'm sorry that I've interrupted the Jubilee video, which, by the way, I think we could do better. Actually, you know what? Fuck this shit. Why don't we put on a cop slop this morning? Know what I'm saying?
We'll get there.
I mean, you could do that now, though.
I'm gonna finish this.
There was
video,
one.
though.
There was one I wanted to watch yesterday. I didn't get to it, and it was called "Nurse Runs Over Soldier Doesn't Realize She Just Killed Him."
Wow.
I mean, come on. Does that not sound like a fucking sick ass video to watch this morning? I don't think we've ever seen you actually react to a decent cop slop. in
Oh
the
my
morning.
God! Let him
We've
do the
done
fucking
so
video,
much.
man.
We'll finish this, but also, what do you mean? I'm pretty sure we watched. Yeah, we used to debate fucking cop shootings and shit all the fucking time. That's probably where you got
Yeah,
the
but,
fucking
like-
idea from.
Hold up. Well, I mean, who knows? I mean, it's from the community for sure. You know, honestly, I don't like the way that I'm being
Good
spoken to right now.
Wait, what were we just talking about? I had a question or a thing, and then Dan kept you up and fuck. What was he talking about before this?
I'm sure it was
Before
something
me?
smart. I don't remember.
Israel. Fuck, I don't remember what it was gonna be.
Classic.
Must not have been that good.
All right, fine. Put back on your shit. Sorry, I was your friend. My fault. Sorry for being here and caring.
More like Karening.
Good one. Fuck. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Just play the video, man.
Whatever. Wait, have you ever seen The Devil Wears Prada, Dan?
Yep,
Did you watch the second one?
probably.
Okay. That's a no. You just
Why?
triggered
Just
me
came
today.
out.
Well, because it literally just came out. You would know if you watched it or not.
Oh, then no.
Thank you. Okay.
What Republicans like to argue.
You know, you're such
They
a
like-
fucking cunt. You know that? You're just a big fat fucking cunt face. Be like, you know, you could have said that. We want trade positions. I'll show you how you can not
I
be a
just
cunt
asked you if
and
you
do what
watched the
just did.
movie, and you were like,
Hey.
"Oh yeah, probably." But you clearly had it all. So why did you say no? I don't care if you
All
haven't
right,
seen it.
yeah.
That's
Let me
fine.
show you. Let me show you how it's actually done when you're not a fucking cunt.
Okay.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah?
You ever see the movie The Devil Wears Prada?
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever see the movie The Devil Wears Prada 2? It just came out in theaters.
I didn't know I had to prime it so you wouldn't have to lie to me. My bad.
Don't lie to dear leader.
No, it's not that, because otherwise you think you'd be like, not sure. Why not help? Why not be a helpful buddy and let the other guy know so they know? Or, hey, did you see The Devil Wear Prada 2 came out last month? You think it's worth seeing? Be like, I don't know. Like, why? What? Like, why are you trying to trick me? Because that's what it is. That's it. You're like setting me up.
I wanted to ask
the
a question comparing the two films, so I need to know if you've seen the first one and the second one. I can't just ask if you watched the second one, because then I would have to ask, okay, well, have you seen the first one? Because it doesn't make sense. So I asked if you've seen the first one, and you say no. And I was like, oh, then I probably wouldn't even ask you if you've seen the second one, because you haven't seen the first one.
Okay.
Okay, I just want a league game in like 8 minutes.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Oh, good job. Now Moon's in a good mood. Glad that you can have your mood so easily dictated to you by... Oh, sure. I mean, you maybe could argue this, but like this would be like an example then, I would say, of like systemic racism or structural racism or something, where you didn't need like racist actors. You could just have a system that had racist stuff in the past. Now that stuff is gone, but like the impacts of it are still felt because parts of the system still intentionally are not perpetuated, basically.
They had already been.
Although I'm pretty sure for racist stuff, or, I'm sorry, for redlining stuff, there like a lot of this did have like racial considerations explicitly as a thing. I'm pretty sure, if not formally, then definitely informally. But
There had none of because you haven't looked it up. That's why. That's why you haven't looked it up.
Black people really are naturally better at athletic sports, though. No, I don't think that's ever solidly been demonstrated. I think there are certain ethnic groups that have higher propensities for certain things, but even that's debated. I remember chasing this down a long time ago related to Kenya or Nigeria. Do these countries have mountains? Do these people live in higher elevations? Because I feel like there was a debate on like why are they so good at running or something, and then people do the black people have more fast twitch muscle fibers or whatever. But then I don't know if it was an elevation thing or if it was just like a culture thing. When you go to these like cultures, these people like walk and run a lot. It's a ton, and I don't know if like to some extent. This is okay. Now, there's a whole bunch of like crazy, messy race realists argument. Listen, the race realists aren't wrong about everything also, okay? The people that are like, there's absolutely no aggregate differences between groups of people. This is probably not true, but this is the issue, okay? If we imagine a given trait, if we imagine that a given trait can exist on a scale like this, I think that the issue is that like people that fall too hard on the race realist side of things imagine that that traits are like this or like this. So if like this is like the white man and this is like the black man or something, that like this is what the differences are, and you can see there's like the white people are dramatically outclassing the black people here, whereas I think in reality it's more kind of like this. Like there's probably aggregate differences. I think you have to give that there are aggregate differences in certain traits between groups of people, but there's a ton of in-group variation as well, and people tend to dramatically over exaggerate, I think, like the aggregate differences between groups of people. But I mean, you have to, if we believe in genetics, we have to concede to some extent that there are going to be some differences that might, I mean, we concede at the very least in skin color, right? That there are going to be some differences. And then how prone people are to certain diseases, like black people can have sickle cell anemia, and et cetera, et cetera. Or I don't know if that's, I don't know if it's right to say black or if it's certain ethnic black groups or whatever, but. Did you see that Hassan and friends were pushing a Lie About Stevens campaign, saying a leak showed she's unelectable? I saw this everywhere yesterday, I think. I asked Chad about this, but I think this was just, there was the original account that posted it. It has like 50,000 followers, but I was scrolling and I didn't see anything credible on this account. It feels like this was a coordinated thing where all the lefties were just pushing this to try to, I guess, maybe discourage Stevens voters. But I couldn't find a source for this claim at all. And then her pollster came out this morning, I think, and said it was all bullshit.
Oh my God, Haley internal leaked? Haley internal leaked?
What? Who originated this claim? Because I feel like they should get a fucking...
I don't think that this is...
Sue?
Well, I'm not sure. Well, unless internal pollster, maybe if it's referring to that particular person, maybe they could sue. Mm-hmm. You have to be careful with some election stuff because some of it is actually like illegal. So like you can't lie to people about where to go and vote.
Where to go vote or whatever.
Or like how to sign up for voting. Those are considered crimes. But I don't know. I think this claim was just completely and totally made up.
Allegedly, Haley Stevens pollsters called her up and told her there's no path to victory. There's obviously a mole in the campaign because I heard an hour ago that a pollster called her and she's down by 14 points. Is this raps for the Haley Stevens campaign?
The especially pernicious thing about this too is that that person that tweeted that literally said that they had 4 sources on it as well. So it seemed, it read really credible if you didn't take anything out of it. Yeah.
Campaign ahead of Tuesday. Update has now been triple confirmed by staffers close to the campaign. I mean, that's not surprising. It's just, if an internal is showing 14, I might be right. Remember, I told you 2 things. I said 60 and I said plus 20. But the people that I've talked to, on the ground, like, you know, their estimates are far more conservative than mine. Oh my god.
Dude, he's actually, if Haley Stevens wins, he's actually gonna lose it.
Maybe. Not really, though. These people always have, like, good defense mechanisms. The nice thing about buying into conspiracies is you never actually lose ever. You always get to write it off as, like, some other reason. So I actually think it gives you a whole bunch of tenacity that people don't.
Oh, yeah, I meant, like, he's gonna go full conspiracy mode of, like, oh, here's the reason that the deep state, like, came in and, like, I guess they wouldn't say deep state. They would use the word establishment.
Sure.
Came in
Well,
and, like, took over.
No. Close. Go ahead. Think for 2 seconds. What are they going to use? You're thinking too hard.
I mean, they would call him racist.
No, too hard. You're thinking too hard.
The shit libs?
If she loses, who are they going to blame?
The Democrats?
AIPAC.
Oh, true.
It'll be AIPAC. 1 trillion%.
Yeah, right.
What do you think of how selective breeding during slavery, whoops, mistakenly gave race realists evidence for their bullshit? Well, one, I'm not even sure. I don't know how effective, like, selective breeding practices would have even been. I'm not sure how widely those were enforced, but I think the big issue would be I don't know how many generations of people would this impact. Like, I don't know if you're going enough generations deep to start to breed massively disparate genomes or whatever from one group to the next. TTS, here you go.
Quarry foremen are sent to a mock Chick-fil a torture center in Pyongyang Western District. It is filled with white monkey pedophiles wearing MAGA hat.
When this bullshit is over, can you do a tier list on the most manipulative foes, from Taylor Lorenz to Boogie?
Oh, me so sorry, dear reader. I actually big fan of Streamer Man, not like Mr. Mutton. He big loser who secretly like communist. Does Streamer Man like me too? Yours face fairy, ding dong.
Oh, how did you know it was me?
Oh.
I do think the black cop is stupid for denying so much that racism exists, but the people they sent against him sound racist against white people. They constantly point to white people for drug dealer and mass shooters. What aboutism racism?
Damn.
Hey, Destiny.
Hey.
I miss you.
Oh my god, it's...
Oh, Hassan!
Oh, shit, somebody's at the door. Get back.
Wait 1 second. Kaya Place.
You gnome fuck! Epic. Smash all the sound effects.
Mate Lord, Sean here. I went to
I'll be
the
back, one second.
dentist this morning after waiting only 6 months for an appointment. The dentist spent 3 hours
They have
drilling
those in
hard in
England?
baked beans out of my mouth. Good news, the doctor says I still have 6 teeth left.
But Tucker, black people were put at a disadvantage for decades due to redlining.
Is that
thinks you're
Elmo?
being obtuse.
Listen, Elmo, we had a black president. If redlining was a problem, he would never moved into the White House. Explain that.
Have you seen Nexpo's newest video? Egon Cholakian is tied to an actual cult that is
You
trying
watched that last night, you
or has
fucking
tried
moron.
to cozy up to the Trump admin.
That's it? Those are all the donos. Really? Fine, I'll do a dono. Destiny, can you please play League of Legends again? We really want to see you in the bot lane. Yeah, ban that dono. Oh, can we get Jar Jar Binks for the dono board?
Yo, check out my friend's website, reallegacyoftrump.com.
Do not, that's not, do not click that. That's an ad. Do or do not, Stephen. There is no try. Hutch is our strongest warrior out there, man. He's just on Twitter being a god. Actually, they have to earn my vote. Pepe Smug. Look, at the end of the day, the Democratic Party is not a cult. No politician deserves blind loyalty. If El Sayed wins the primary and wants support from the Stevens voters in the general, he's going to have to earn them. Pepe Smug. Problem?
Hey, yo, Dest, listen, bro, I'm down bad. Can I borrow 10K? I'm good for it, I promise. Hey, Mr. Mouton, since you're here, I wanted to ask if you wanted to come to Scuff. Get it twisted, though, we're just gonna gamble.
I'm down. Where'd streamer go? He's in the back fucking your mom.
What are you guys screaming about?
Just good business. Oh. New LSF drama if you're interested.
Uh-oh. Hello?
That was a donut.
Oh. Jesus. Ronnie opens up on his experience with ex-girlfriend, including allegations of verbal and physical abuse, deportation threats, and attempts of financial manipulation. Is she a streamer, or?
She said, on a mocking way.
Wait, why is this LSF drama? Or why do people care? Is this guy a big streamer now? Okay, fuck me. My bad.
Yo, you're asking me?
No, it's okay.
You want me to tell them that you're illegal, Ronnie? You want to go home tomorrow, Ronnie? And I said, I don't give a fuck. Two things. The first one is I came legally to this country. That's the first one. The second one is like, I'm not from this country. I wasn't born here. I was born in El Salvador. Well, the third one, and this is the important one, where the time where this happened specifically, there was something going on in Texas that was on the news as well. It was very well known that
Somebody said his ex is Julian's part of the Austin/Nimp Lol crew. Did you see there's an... Oh, sure. Okay. I don't know any of these streamers.
ICE was doing a lot of raids in Texas. And this is the only part that I don't have recorded, unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
But it's the part that pisses me off the most.
Uh-oh.
Because this person knew that I was calling my family. And told me, oh, you want me to call the cops on your family? You want them all to go home, Ronnie? My mom...
Holy shit. Finkelstein's granddaughter. Wait, does Finkelstein have any children? No, never mind. No shot.
My brother, who have always been nothing but good to this person. This person spent Christmas with my family, and they were nothing but good to this person. Dude. That fucking shit. That's the part. That right there. That's the part.
And I watched your debate with D'Souza yesterday when it dropped, and I noticed you weren't as intense in your confrontation with him like in Pangburn. Is that just me, or was there a reason? Unironically, I thought about this a little bit during and after, because I noticed during I was getting irritated, and I'm like, why does it feel like I can't be as aggressive, or that I'm not being as aggressive? I think one thing actually is I like being seated right in front of a person. It's kind of harder to talk. I don't want to say shout down a person. That's mean. But like, dude, that guy was just... I don't know if he was as shameless in the first debate. Maybe he was, but this guy could he was just spinning everything as like the biggest Trump W in the universe. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck planet we're on right now. He went on, it was another level of like Trump buffoonery. Holy shit. Okay. Threatening to call ICE on his family is straight up evil. Damn. Dude, do you ever think that, like...
Wait.
He's an MMA fighter in front of Julia, who used to train at the Iron Forge gym. Do you think, like, MMA fighters have, like, crazy domestic violence? They're having, like, matches in the house?
They're having fights?
I don't know, maybe what, bro?
I'd say if you're an MMA fighter, I would be curious to see the stats, but my initial thought would be you're more likely to beat your partner.
Damn. I noticed at one point he painted you as the socialist type and you didn't correct him or push back. Bro, every statement he said was like 50 different incorrect things, and they were so out there incorrect. I don't even know. I just had to pick and choose.
This clip contains sensitive themes.
At a very daddy.
Oh, this is old, isn't it? The Hassan Kaya anime thing. Why would somebody should stale posted this here? Why in LSF? Okay. I summon the Justice Court of Reddit to decide the verdict.
Jesus Christ.
Oh!
Wait, go back? Watching? I mean, she hit him first. What do you want me to say?
Listen, you know what?
I'm trying to get a Scuff podcast invite, man. Why doesn't he do that anymore?
Can I say one of the things that I hate the most about trying to find fucking clips on YouTube or whatever is fucking shorts or reels are the only thing that come up, and I don't know if it's going to be the full video or if it's going to be like autistically cut to make it so that I'm getting the like I want the original video and not like a hyper abbreviated version.
Save your vids then. Save them locally. Put them in your meme folder.
Come on.
The internet's changing. You're booming out.
I'm sorry, hold on. Okay, just a little bit of this, right? I don't support
didn't know how to say it, but yeah. The Stockholm Syndrome. And a little bit of love. I still love him.
So you don't think she should have left?
I got a daughter. I got 2 daughters.
So you don't think she should have left?
No. I don't think she should have left.
Why?
Because he got help. He turned into, you know, getting help. Listen. Sweetheart, let me tell you, you're a young girl. Young woman. When you find somebody to be with, you gotta take the good with the bad. Right hook with the left hook. No, I'm just no, you gotta take the good with the bad. Just joking. But you gotta take the good with the bad.
What?
You do.
Why? I don't think it's very acceptable to stay with somebody who's being ass.
No, I don't think so either.
So because he got help, I should forget about everything, the black eyes, the hospital, the broken ribs, and just live with you because you got better.
No, I mean, every situation is different.
I mean, I think abuse is abuse.
Well,
it is.
This is crazy.
Okay, let me pose a question to you.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to Mike.
Let me pose a serious question to you.
Base.
And
The answer's
we're
probably
all
no.
against abuse of nobody should be hitting nobody. Let's put it that way. Don't hit me, or you know, I might hit you back. Let's not put our hands on each other.
Right.
Let's have a talk.
That makes sense.
Okay. While we talking, I tell you to shut up.
Okay.
Do you think it's wise for you to keep talking?
Huh?
Oh my god.
We having an argument. You tell me to shut up, and I'm supposed to shut up.
See, that mechanism is the start. That's just chill. Just shut up. And then everything is
Well,
good.
it depends what the context of the comment.
Oh, Jesus. Is that guy from, does he sound like he's from New York? Is that like a New York thing? The way
I would say yeah.
Okay. Because I hear my aunt. That's 1,000,000,000% sounds like some shit my aunt would say. Holy fuck.
I don't even think I've ever heard your aunt. Does she got the accent?
Yeah, she was NYPD for 20 years. Oh, yeah.
Damn. Do you ever debate her?
I used to when I was a kid growing up, yeah. We would fight over
God,
stuff.
that'd be fucking awesome.
We'd scream at each other like crazy.
You should bring her on.
Well, she's like a...
Is she MAGA?
Yeah, but she's like a broken person now after her little brother got murdered in a car accident, so she's not... I think that kind of ruined her mind.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, thanks.
That's not funny.
Yeah, it's not. It's tragic. It's sad.
But yeah, Emily, find a man that you like and threaten them, because I truly believe that every man needs to feel a sense of fear.
Oh no.
I think men, like if we talk about biology, right?
This is that one guy's ex
Women are
who
the
said that his
gatherers,
girlfriend was calling the
and,
cops
you
or was
know,
going to call ICE on him.
Men are the hunters, okay? And I think it's something primal. Something happens inside of a man that is so primal when you threaten him. And I think from a biological standpoint, subconsciously it reminds them of what they were meant to be. It's called disgust. No, it's not. They like it. And by they, I mean most of you guys. I believe men like fear subconsciously. I don't think it works. It works for me.
Sheesh. That's a big sheeshers. Oh, Hassan Slappa.
Breaking news.
The full press interview segment at Francesca Hong, Wisconsin's rally in Wisconsin.
Is she in scrubs?
Oh my god. No, I think she's in an outfit.
No,
I don't
she's
think
not.
scrubs. Fucking Ilana's here. Oh my god.
Oh, she's doing the Tate hands.
True. The power stance.
Caricature, you Representative Omar, and you, Mr. Piker, you're kind of, I'm curious, is it a risk appearing alongside these guys as you kind of frame and head to the general?
It would be risk not to try to build the broadest coalition possible. I think that one of the reasons we see Republicans or the right attack leaders like Representative Hassan is because they know that they're losing, that the people are powerful and want the issues that they fight for. So let them run scared.
His tie, way too short, in my opinion.
No, it's supposed to go right above the belt, so I think this is appropriate. No,
I was making a joke.
Go, good one. Now the real question is,
No,
where's the
we're done.
mouse suit?
How are we going to
True.
reclaim public land? That's with for instance, the data centers that are being built all over Wisconsin and the nation. The land that's already been purchased. How are we actually going to reclaim the privatization?
She talks like she has a penny processor trying to run an LLM to figure out the next word. I watched
felt like she
her
was fine
stream.
there.
Yeah, and I watched her stream with Hassan talking with him earlier. She sounded a billion times more human.
She was really bad on the debate stage.
And in her TV interviews.
CNN interview or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of, it's like a topic and it's mean and it's difficult, especially because she's a woman. Women and mental health things are treated a little differently sometimes, I think, than men and mental health things. But one thing I kind of legitimately wonder is supposedly, I think this is true, I'm assuming this is true because I've seen so many people say it, that she has bipolar or something. She actually has some kind of personality disorder or mental disorder, whatever, that she's medicated for. I wonder if she has I don't know, for bipolar, are you always taking the same meds every day, or do these come and go with symptoms? Do you take lithium on some days when the symptoms are really bad, or when you're going through a manic or depressive period, does that change? I wonder if that impacts her ability to give a good interview or to be on message and on level or whatever. And then there's there's an added question from there of would we want somebody like that, as governor or whatever, or is that too much of a liability? And then is it ableist to say that? I
I just think it's interesting. Like, would you want somebody who is like, I have major depressive disorder or whatever. Would you want someone who has like MPD or as a MDP, sorry. MDD, I don't know, I'm being retarded. As like a president, if they're on like fucking antidepressants, etc. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty challenging. And I don't know if there's a clear right answer. Sometimes, I don't know if there's a clear right answer. I think the biggest problem with like mental disorders or like race or whatever else is sometimes these issues are treated as like far more relevant than they actually are for things. So like when people talk about like affirmative action or when they talk about DEI, I think sometimes people have this assumption that you have like these like very clearly qualified candidates, and then you've got people who are like very clearly not really qualified, but they're getting DEI'd or affirmative action to their way up to like the job. When in reality, you just have buckets of people that are qualified or not qualified, and then you kind of like go from there. But it's not like it's this clear cut, like this guy was like the first, and then this was the 10th best applicant, and then we had to go down to the 50th best one to hire the black person. Like I don't think people normally evaluate people like that. So it might be that somebody with major depressive disorder or bipolar or whatever, that these people, like all else equal, are maybe less qualified to hold these positions. It'd be better if they didn't have those, mental afflictions or whatever. However, all of the other stuff that goes into determining if a person is a worthwhile candidate or would be good at the job, this is like 95%, and maybe having a mental illness is like 5%. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the answer. Obviously, if it's like untreated or if somebody hasn't like been able to manage it, I think that would be really bad. But I mean, it's also difficult to say like what can you show to demonstrate that you are capable of being the president. It's not like there's like prior jobs we can look to, unless you're, I guess, like the governor or something. But yeah, I don't know.
I would say like senator, like House. Well, I mean, it's a high elected official. There's nothing like the presidency, though.
Sure.
Was she a previous representative of the House?
Was she represented or she was in the state assembly? I don't remember. There's someone in Spain's parliament with Down syndrome. Is that true? Why are you laughing so much?
I'm so sorry.
I need you to explain what was so funny about that.
I don't think that we should be that woke that we're electing people who have fucking Down syndrome. I'm sorry.
Wow. I feel like, okay. Now, I don't know how this works exactly, but I feel like there are some motherfuckers out there that are able to cheat with their Down syndrome, because I feel like I've seen like 1 or 2 people that say they have Down syndrome and they kind of have like some of the physiological indicators, like your face can take on a different like stuff or whatever, but I feel like they're not quite Down syndrome. I feel like there's something else going on there that looks similar to it, or you could have like somehow not that bad Down syndrome or something. I don't know how that works.
But there's levels to like everything, I think, right? Like there's levels to autism or whatever.
Well, autism is an exceptional thing, I think, to speak of, because it's just so out there. Or it's like it's literally autism spectrum. It's like a spectrum of diseases or things or conditions, or we don't even know really what we're describing.
Down syndrome on a spectrum?
Down syndrome specifically refers to, it's what is it, like trisomy 23? One of them splits a little bit more, and then you end up with a bunch of like weird shit that happens.
It is not a spectrum condition.
Yeah. But there might be
an extra copy of chromosome 21.
Oh, is it trisomy 21?
Yeah. Trisomy 21, translocation, or mosaicism? I don't know.
Oh, okay. There's mosaic Down syndrome, and there is... Oh, that's a rare form of Down syndrome. Oh, people with this form may have fewer symptoms of Down syndrome.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, see? This is bullshit. So these guys are the... Well...
Interesting.
Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. This would be like an actually interesting conversation. And I don't think it should I don't know. Should it be brought up against Francesca Hall?
Jesus.
That she has BPD? Probably not, but this is an interesting conversation.
Well, I think it wouldn't be, careful also, borderline personality disorders, BPD, bipolar, it might just be BD or something. I don't know. But I don't think it's not BPD.
Wait, is she
BPD
bipolar or borderline personality? Sorry. Borderline personality, that's the one that's not a thing, right?
That's a crazy thing. I think bipolar it's not borderline. Bipolar is like you have like large periods of like mania or depression, and then you medicate that. Borderline is a bit different. I think isn't bipolar like a mental illness, and borderline is like a personality disorder? Somebody can look it up. I don't even remember if there was a strict delineation between these things. So I feel like I look these up all the time, and I always come away with not a full understanding. So get fucked. But if you were to criticize her, though, I don't think the criticism should be. Oh, she's not qualified because she has BPD or because she's got some cluster B whatever thing. I think it should just be like she seems like she can't function in interviews or whatever else. So like for instance, was it? Fuck, who were we listening to? I don't know if it was JVL or somebody else said, like, I agree that Biden shouldn't have run again because he just couldn't communicate at the end of his presidency effectively.
Yeah, it was JVL, yeah.
Yeah, I think actually that's super fair. I think it's a super fair thing to say.
Agreed.
And it might even be, as the president, it might even be enough to say this is disqualifying. I think that's super fair.
And it keeps away from the he's old, right?
Sure. Well, I'm just saying that, like, because I don't know, and I understand people have different feelings about this, but I don't know if he was senile in terms of, like, people who are actually have senility, like their brains are not working anymore and there's, like, a disease there or something. But, like, not able to communicate is inarguable. Like, he absolutely had issues relating to his communication. Obviously, that's what we were all talking about. And the, yeah. And then you can have that conversation, and then it really doesn't matter what the underlying condition is. It's the inability to communicate is maybe why he shouldn't be in office anymore, as opposed to like targeting on other conditions where it's like, well, are we discriminating because they're old or whatever else? Yeah.
Of like almost everything in America to make it public controlled, publicly owned by the people.
Yeah, public lands are important to every single Wisconsinite, and it's a very unifying issue in terms of whether you're Republican, Independent, Democrat. And so the state absolutely has a responsibility in protecting our public lands and working with the Treasurer's Office and the different environmental coalitions to fight for it together.
You indicated that you don't agree with the entire DSA national platform. What would you add to it if you could add something, or what do you think is missing? And that goes for all three of you. What do you think that the political platform is missing to reel more people in to the philosophy?
She 100 got the call. These guys are so politically effective. Bro, we're cooked, man. I think she had a lot of kind of radical police abolition statements and all this other dumb shit, and she definitely got the call on that because on her debate and everything, she was very big on the, like, we have to worry about crime right now. I don't believe we should abolish the police. I think that we need to do whatever we can to keep communities safe. Like, she definitely dialed the fuck in on her rhetoric for that stuff.
Did she say that she didn't want to abolish the police, or it was like, we have to worry about things now? Because I thought she was kind of like snaky around her answer a little bit.
I think her answer was very clear that she did not want to abolish the police right now. Maybe in the future,
now,
whatever. But regardless, that's the thing. The qualifier that she put would be a qualifier that's so meaningless it doesn't matter at that point. Like, it's never going to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
I think there should be a right to self-determination, that everyone has the freedom to be themselves, and that we're protecting communities and their right to be able to be themselves.
With such a close seat to the way things are changing within the Democratic Party here, are you noticing a changing in tone or a changing of the guard in terms?
It's so, and I understand it. It's a psychological thing, I guess, and he likes the clout or whatever, but it's just, it cannot be understated how unbelievably selfish and clout hungry Hassan is, that he like has to be standing beside all these politicians and he has to get like the clout collection from being there and everything. That he doesn't give a fuck how much of a liability he is to any of these people. He wants to.
Why do they let him then?
I mean, he does have a large
liability. Why? Yeah.
He does have a large online audience, and maybe these people think it doesn't matter at this point. I guess they could be making the decision that they want to be near him, but yeah, I don't know.
Of just how viable your campaign, what's happening in Michigan and all over the country might be?
And I was excited when one of my opponents came out and said that now he supports free childcare. I think it's great if we can get more people with us on the issues that impact the most people. So are we trying to advance their brand? No, but we are seeing we have to build the Big Tent coalition for the Democrats if we're going to keep winning.
The Wisconsin subreddit got hijacked by Hassan fans already. They're blaming DGG brigading. I've heard the same thing about the Michigan one too. I feel so bad about how national level all these things are. Like, I remember there was just a brief moment in time where it was Carrie Eastman was running for a representative seat, I think in Nebraska. And I think she was like Medicare for All or something. And just like hearing so many people around the country arguing with like Mike from PA talking about like my state and my city's politics was so fucking annoying, because it's like you don't have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I can tell you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And I can't imagine, bro, living in fucking Michigan or Wisconsin, having to hear so many different opinions right now about how your state should be ran or what's good for Michigan or whatever.
It's every sort of state, yeah.
Yeah. I said it before, I was talking to somebody else yesterday, but yeah, I was like, I'm so glad I guess now I don't give a fuck where I live because I'm a citizen of the world. But living in a swing state, if you're super invested in your local political scene at all, it's got to be so fucking annoying.
And I think for far too long, Democrats have been considered the party.
Are you
the
considering
working
for,
people.
like, let's say, again, this is a way future question. Are you considering at all for going after some of, like, the more gettable seats in non-swing states with the new redistricting efforts? Do you think that's, like, a worthwhile gambit?
Oh, yeah, I think it could be, yeah. I think it'd be fun to try, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
'Cause
really
that's
do
kind of
think
what I'm interested in right now.
the ideal would have been, because we could have proved the template
Yeah,
so
that
hard
Texas one.
if we could have won that Texas one. Like it's
Yeah.
like that's like the perfect storm of so many things, because it's obviously it's a race that we would all be interested in. It's a thing that was minorly impacted by gerrymandering, and then it's also a place that we would get like an artificial boost in because the other guy is a little bit uniquely vulnerable, since there was so much crazy drama involving the guy that was just kicked out. And then because he's a YouTuber, obviously there's so much that is going to catch the eyes of people because he said so much unhinged and crazy shit in the past.
Yeah.
So that like the chance to like have like a big international or not, I'm sorry, a national level like interest in that race, if we were to drive up enough attention, I feel like that was like a boiling pot of explosive potentiality. But yeah, and then we could have taken that model forward into the next election cycle in 2028. But what are you going to do? The fundraising alone, I think, would have raised a lot of eyes. That if people were so motivated against that Brandon Herrera guy, we could have done events and shit off of it too. That if you could start raising like $1 million and shit off of streamer communities, I think a lot of people would turn an eye to it and be like, wait, what the fuck's going on down here?
You can too, which is
we absolutely could have 1
Yeah,
trillion
we could.
%. Yeah.
And they've forgotten that that's what they're supposed to be doing. And
As a Minnesotan, watching Hassan try and co-opt the anti-ICE protest was truly infuriating. I saw Hassan literally taking bullets for you guys down there. He was talking to organizers on the ground, okay?
for the working people, and they've forgotten that that's what they're supposed to be doing. And so the energy that you're seeing, not just in
Has Ilhan Omar ever made any statements about whether or not she thinks Assad gassed his citizens? I wonder if she also doesn't believe that happened.
Wisconsin, but in Minnesota, in Michigan.
He already left, right? He's on to Detroit to talk to the blacks. Did you see that clip? No. I did see that tweet yesterday, though, where it's like, this man, Hassan, flew to Wisconsin, then flew to Michigan, and then back to Wisconsin in 3 days. And I'm like, bruh.
It's an hour flight.
It's like a 55-minute flight. Like, calm the fuck down. Jesus Christ.
He said that he's like on the same level as like a president, like burning at all cylinders.
So
Kill
cringe.
me, man.
Yeah. I feel like in my West Coast tour, I feel like I did like 5 or 6 locations in like 5 or 6 days. And that was like flying from like LA to SF to Oregon to Seattle to Vancouver, whatever the fuck. Like, whatever. Jesus. Oh. Omar and Tlaib introduced bill to hold Assad accountable for crimes against humanity. Oh, well, that's good at least.
What you saw in New York is that the people are.
Ilhan Omar is related to a general that was a war criminal general in the Syed Bar regime. That's might be true. I'm not trying to be fucking racist or weird, but depending on the country, I would be wary about the like is related to, because the way that like extended families and cousins or whatever the fuck else work, like you might have somebody told me this a long time ago about the UAE. And I don't know how true it is. I mean, maybe this is bullshit, but because I think somebody in the past used to donate a lot on stream, or just a person that was a member of this community, I think he still hangs around sometimes, but mentioned being kind of like related to royalty in the UAE. And somebody emailed me and was like, because of the way the families and everything work here, basically like a quarter of the people in the UAE are related to royalty. That it's not really as grand of a claim as it might seem. But, you know.
In Michigan, what you saw in New York. Is that the people...
Not to shit on, it was Hadri, if you guys remember him. Not to shit on him at all. I've never had a problem with this guy. I think he's a cool, funny guy. Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
People are reclaiming that. They're saying you're supposed to be working on our behalf, and we need candidates that will do just that. And that's why you're seeing the kind of excitement and the energy and the hope that people have when they see Francesca standing up for them.
One of the things Tom Tiffany runs on saying is don't Minnesota, Wisconsin. What are your thoughts on that?
Minnesota is a great state. We are proud of the progress that we've made, whether it is advancing paid sick and safe time, whether it is having universal school meals, whether it is expanding healthcare for folks, whether it is addressing the climate crisis so that the next generation doesn't have to suffer. And I think it is our brothers and sisters in the Midwest that have always inspired that kind of change. They've just not had the kind of politic that allowed for the advancement of those kind of policies that they deeply believe in, because here in the Midwest we care for one another. We've always been the kind of place where people come because they know that there's going to be good people who are going to fight for you, and I think that there is some restoration that is happening here in Wisconsin and in Michigan.
You asked the DSA question, and I would like to answer that.
Why though? Why? Yes. That's crazy, but hey, go off, King.
I know
I have
we
a follow-up
skipped
for
it.
you too.
Okay. Arrest and prosecute and bring about corruption charges for every prominent member of this administration that is engaged in corruption, and prosecute and arrest ICE agents that have also done crimes as well on the job.
Wow.
That would be a platform position that I would want to see from the Democratic Socialists of America.
You said that there is no chance that the party's pick is going to be pro-Israel in 2028. What else do you think that there is no chance of in this future?
Yes, dear leader, give us your great political
great
predictions.
question. So I think that was another point of divergence between the DC bubble and the media bubble and like regular folk. From all of my travels around the country, from protest to protest, but then also like now stumping for candidates, I have heard I've heard consistently that people, especially under the age of 50, and now it's getting even older, are sick and tired of the unconditional loyalty that this government has shown, and even previous governments have shown to Israel, especially when Israel has done so many war crimes and the crime of all crimes, genocide.
True.
With our tax dollars, with our munitions. And what I found very interesting was the response from Fox News with Mark Levin crying on camera, which was incredible, to even Democratic consultants going on Fox News to say this is ridiculous. They're out
Democrats
of touch.
love
They're
Israel.
completely out of step with the base. From my perspective, saying that is almost like saying there's no chance that there is going to be an anti-abortion Democrat. That is where we're at right now. I think that's where the people are at. That's where the party's base is at. And it's up to the Democratic Party to recognize where this movement is going.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
anything else?
That's my attitude on that question.
Okay. Thanks for telling us.
Taking care of the working class, advancing policies that keep our tax dollars here to care for one another, and not sending it abroad for bombs.
Yes.
Making sure that we're protecting the environment for the next generation. I think those are going to be the policies going forward of the Democrats, because that just is who our base is. That's what they care about, and they want us to go back to the idea of caring for one another.
What's something that Governor Evers has done that you really respect?
I think Governor Evers has done a tremendous job in building relationships with our tribal communities, and the next governor, for them it will be imperative that we continue to make sure that we strengthen a sovereign-to-sovereign relationship.
Does anyone give a fuck about that?
The wokies do, motherfucker.
Spoken with him despite him endorsing a candidate who you are currently running against?
I have not spoken yet to the governor.
One last question.
Speaking of tribal communities and tribal leadership, sorry, is that okay?
Two questions.
Okay. Years ago, everyone was talking about the climate, right? It's Standing Rock, and it was a great form of unity. Now it seems to be even more income inequality, and AI data centers is like a form where you can see rural people and people in urban communities, Republican and Democrat and independents, all agree on that.
This guy sucks at asking
The fight for
questions.
humanity.
Oh, he's getting there, bro.
Do you see that playing a role with the rise of DSA, all these policies that you've had maybe for a long time are actually being recognized by people that are now first time dealing with settler colonialism, I would say, with extractive industries coming in
settler colonialism.
My legislation and support for a moratorium on the construction of new AI data centers has broad, bipartisan, multi-geographic, multi-status, multi-economic status support. So I think it's indicating that people can see it as a democracy issue, that they want us to stand up to big tech and oligarchs, that they see it as a threat to our natural resources, and that we should be telling these companies that our natural resources are not for sale. And I think people are uniting around the fact that this is something that we all have to be solving and figuring out together. And I'm excited to have.
Like I don't want to say medication issue. That sounds mean, but like she obviously she's being much better now than she did on the debate stage and than she did in like all of her TV stuff. So I don't know what was going on there, or if, and like I would say be careful of this. Sometimes if you do feel kind of autistic, and I don't know if she's doing this, but like sometimes having a drink, like one or two shots, or just like chill you out might help too. But careful because you can fall into bad patterns doing that. But I don't know.
A potential opportunity to do that with the legislature as well.
You mentioned Israel, but notably it was something that didn't come up when you guys were up there. It's not really a big part of your stump speech. Obviously, this is a state race, not a federal race. But can you talk a little bit about whether that's intentional and whether you see
Israel,
whether you're like looking to avoid talking about Israel and other like major national and international issues?
We talk about Israel here.
Big, as you like to say.
Oh no, not that big.
If
not
I'm
that
at
big.
a town hall or in another event,
Let's not be crazy.
and someone asks about the genocide, I'll answer. But we have been listening to voters all across the state, and they want elected leaders to be leading with moral clarity. But they also want to make sure that in that we're fighting to be able to take care of our babies and have free childcare. That we make sure that we're fighting for our elders to be able to age and live a life of dignity here in our state. That we have fair wages. This is a state that has a $7.25.
Are you gonna be here tomorrow? Late?
I'll be here tomorrow, but late. No, why?
You're missing the Michigan fucking primary then. It's August 4th.
Well, maybe I'll stream for it. When do the polls close or whatever?
I'll look right now.
And folks want us to focus on affordable housing and make
Just kidding, Hautry. I love you. You might not have said it. Maybe I'm mixing it with somebody else then. But I love you, buddy.
sure that we're protecting our
8 p.m. they
waters.
close.
It is not intentional. I'm here listening to the voters and staying open and transparent about where I stand when it comes to genocide.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
We will be streaming that together.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Get one with me too.
All right, you got
I'm the Northeast Wisconsin DSA co-chair. That keeps bothering you in chat.
Nice hat. Nice to meet you. Yeah, nice hat. You got the Will Neff hat.
I do, yeah. I mean, he is the better content creator.
That's crazy.
Appreciate you.
Hi, chat.
Thanks for being here, man. He is the better content creator. It's true.
Here, give me one with you.
Where you going?
We love a Will Neff fan. And
What is that? Is it Austin with him or?
My wife will kill me if I don't get an autograph. She's in chat.
You're in the know.
And I'm in trouble for being here.
Have you had it?
It's
so good. It's so good.
This is going on. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I swear it's like half the reason why Let's do it. I know. The people's team. Yeah, people's team. Yeah. Can we get a picture together? Yeah. What's up? Let's do it. Real quick. All right.
Thank you.
Sure.
Great. Can I see the floor?
Wait, was that me? What's that voice? Hold on.
Thank you.
Sure.
Great speech. Can I see the floor?
Oh, he sounds like a slightly gayer version of me.
You can't say that.
Why?
What a great shirt.
My 25-year-old son got me watching you, and I have a 2-year-old son.
What is it? It's DSA's, or our new DSA.
What's on
Northeast
the button?
Wisconsin. Bandana.
Wow.
And
sick.
yeah, we made them up real quick.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Wear that in
All
LA.
right. I worked with your uncle at TYT. Oh, hell yeah.
Northeast Wisconsin.
Oh, how do you 2016? This whole thing feels like there are benefits to the Oh, no, absolutely. No, we got a lot of momentum on our side right now. Keep it up, man. Thank you.
Oh, no shit, yeah.
All right. Do you go inside? I need to pee really bad.
What? Wait, are you talking?
Yeah, I said, can we get some Diallo Band gang colors? Can we get blue?
Oh, true.
You go inside. I need to pee really bad. Where's the nearest restroom?
When you have to
Once you get out this door, start with you, right? Thank you. For sure.
He's gonna Dr. Disrespect himself.
We're not gonna follow him into the bathroom chat.
Yeah, you keep him occupied.
All right, Mike, it's your time. Ready, bro?
That's a lot of plays here.
Okay. I don't know why we watched this, but thanks, Spin Link.
Because Audrey loves him.
True. Hey, I've heard that before.
Very obvious to see. The reason Republicans support the invasion of the Spanish cities is they're doing this on behalf of Israel. They're promoting Morocco's core security interests, punishing Spain at the expense of their core security interests, because Spain is an adversary of Israel and Morocco is a security ally of Israel.
Wait,
and we know this
where have we
because the
heard this
State
before?
Department did the same thing in 2020. As part of the deal for Morocco to recognize Israel, the United States and Israel recognized Morocco and its claim over Western Sahara, another disputed territory in northern Africa. And so the U.S. and Israel effectively gave Morocco disputed Spanish territory in 2020. This was Morocco's reward for recognizing Israel. Now the Republicans are back in power 6 years later, and they say the same thing. Go ahead, Morocco, take Spain's 2 remaining cities in northern Africa. This is your reward for being loyal to Israel. This is Spain's punishment for being disloyal. It's also worth noting, as Netanyahu carries out the ethnic cleansing in Gaza, one of the big questions hanging over the security situation there.
What? Oh, man, the language. Okay, good job, good job.
Is what do we do with all the Palestinians in Gaza? Where are we going to put them? You got 1.5, 2 million people that are clearly miserable and hate Israel and militating against them. What are we going to do with them? Where are we going to put them? Do we push them into the Sinai Peninsula? Egypt will not allow that. Egypt is putting their military on the border to prevent them from going there. Where else can we send them? Well, one of the countries that was under consideration was Morocco. The Trump administration said maybe we will have Morocco take the displaced Palestinians, and in exchange, we'll give Morocco more territory.
I like how he says, like, one of the considered countries, like, Trump is considering literally anything, and he doesn't just say the most random, inane shit that comes to his fucking head because he's a fucking retard. That's cute.
Trump is more senile than Biden.
Trump is what?
More senile than Biden.
Oh, true.
We'll do things for Morocco. Maybe this is part of that deal. Whether it is or it isn't, it shows this is the kind of mindset behind the policy making and decision making in Washington and Israel, which is using Morocco, a Muslim Arab ally under this monarchical dictatorship, and also using it to punish one of their left-wing liberal enemies in Europe, in Spain. And so that's the third civilizational enemy, is that somebody opened up the gates here. Somebody opened up the gates of Toledo and let the Muslims pour in and conquer and invade Europe.
Jesus Christ.
And as always, it is the Jews. So it's the left-wing government in Spain that promotes refugees welcome, makes it harder to deport these people, incentivizes them to come here through permanent residency. It's the Muslims that are pushing their own people as a biological weapon to go out and conquer Europe. But in the end, it's Israel and its Jewish allies in the United States. They're really the ones that are opening the gates and making this happen. And they're doing it to punish Spain because Spain doesn't co-sign the wickedness of Israel.
Wow. You know, this is, I don't know if you were listening, but this is like Hassan's exact position, right?
I've never heard Hassan's exact position.
He was talking about it yesterday, that it was all caused by Israel and the U.S., the immigrant flood thing recently or whatever.
Blame the Jews for everything. It's the old reliable.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi, what's up?
Oh, it's our boy.
What, we only have one? You only like one person?
On Live and Learn? No, there's two.
Right. Jesus. Okay. Hi, what's up?
Hey, so are you guys memeing with the blue no matter who stuff, or are you being serious with it?
What do you mean?
No, I'm pretty serious.
Like, well, I haven't even seen what you said. I've just seen people posting about it. But you guys would support the Republican in the Wisconsin governor's race?
I don't know about support, but maybe be indifferent. But the thing about, okay, vote blue no matter who was supposed to be that MAGA and the Republican, MAGA and Trump were like such an existential threat to the country that, like, regardless of which candidate gets through, we have to support them. people rejected that in the last election, and Trump and MAGA won that election. So the fight against like MAGA and Trump, in my mind, is like largely over. And so now we move on to the next election things. But if the people that we were especially pushing to vote blue no matter who completely and totally abandon it, and already have to some extent in this election cycle, or it seems like they already have to some extent in this election cycle, there'd be no point in us continue, or in my mind, in me or anybody related to our electoral project continuing that mantra, because it's just a one-way exploitative mechanism by which people are on the other side forcing us to vote for their candidates while they refuse to vote for ours. I think it's a one-way, not good thing.
My opinion, Hutch, is I will not be supporting, stumping, or anything for anybody who is a DSA candidate for the House of Representatives. I will support any single person for the Senate because I feel like it's way too more important to lose. For Wisconsin, if you push me on it right now, I'd say you should vote for the Republican over letting a DSA member get more and more power and further legitimize people who are trying to like ruin my party. Yeah. So if you're going to push me, I'll say that. Otherwise, I'd kind of be indifferent of it.
Well, I think the strongest version of your argument is the idea that by electing Hong, you could imperil other Democrats from the coverage that she would get on Fox News, which is already starting. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the betting odds for her went way down in the general versus the Republican just in the days after her Fox News appearance. And so, you know, I think you could make an argument for that. I mean, I still think the Republican Party are so uniquely bad, and they will continue to be so post-Trump that, for me, I couldn't justify doing something like that. But I guess, like...
Do you acknowledge, at least, this is the thing that I have an issue with, you cannot exist in any long-term solution with one-way exploitative mechanisms, right? Will you offer unconditional support and love for one side and the other side never reciprocates it?
Well, I'm with you on that. And what I was going to say was that I think that I think that, like, even though I am pretty maximally blue, no matter who, that's not going to change anytime soon. I don't think, probably not in my lifetime. What I'm not going to do anymore, and I've done it a few times in the past, is give any oxygen to people that were never blue no matter who, pressuring libs to vote blue no matter who when it's their candidate. So, like, if I see a lib online, you know, saying that El Sayed's going to have to earn their vote, or they're not sure if they can support him, I'm not going to lecture that lib, and I'm certainly not going to jump on a dog pile, like joining other progressives that are doing it in such a blatantly disingenuous way, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
Yeah.
Although I will say that, like, yeah, I mean, even with that, even with that rule, they're still way more aggressive on our candidates than we are against theirs. Like, I think that the rhetoric that they engage in with regards to other candidates it forces you to you can't realistically support them.
Let's just say this, like...
Oh, wait, do you agree with that, Hutch? That, like if you're calling somebody like a pro-AIPAC genocide supporter, there is no coming together in the general to support this person. Like, you're making this person...
No, not with anybody that's using that rhetoric.
Yeah,
no.
Which is basically everybody, right? Like, the AIPAC genocide shit I've seen all over the place for Stevens. Like, you're an AIPAC bot candidate. Like, how the fuck can you... Like, I think that you can do as much as I might have an issue with it, like, I think you can have room for, like, this person is, like, kind of owned by corporations. They're bought out by corporate lobbyists or whatever. But when you're on, like, AIPAC-owned Diet MAGA, I think El Sayed called her... Did he say she was the least capable legislator in the whole country? I think, did he say that? I feel like at some point it's like, well, how the fuck can we ever... Like, Kyle Kulinski and them are not going to be supporting her in the general. They'll probably just stop talking about it if she were to win against El Sayed. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of annoying.
Well, he's got that locked up.
The amount of discourse we're getting over me saying I wouldn't vote for the Wisconsin governorship for Hong is insanely 10,000 times the amount as people gave Kyle Kulinski for not voting or supporting any of the Democratic nominees for president over the last 3 elections.
Oh, you're right about that.
So it's really funny to see this when we're talking about like DSA members. But anytime you press them about like, oh, well, how did you feel about this? They were like, well, yeah, that's bad. And then they just leave it there and then they move on.
Yeah. But there's no like, there's intense pressure on our side to capitulate because obviously libs don't want to see Trump succeed, but there's no pressure on the other side for them to like support the party or whatever, because it's epic and based actually to shut on moderate Dems. So I don't like that. I just don't like that one-way system. And I think it's facilitated by a lot of the bullying online about having to support the socialist, communist, whatever fucking candidates.
I was just about to say that I think the bullying is the reason why people don't apply that same standard in the same way to that crowd, is because like that crowd is just pretty unbelievably vicious.
True, but like
I've been
it's
doing,
effective, right? It's good. They do it for a reason because it works, and they've had great success with it.
Yeah, it's also easy if you guys want to have a little fun trolling, to flip around.
Your Twitter's been amazing.
It's so perfect, man, because El Sayed endorsed Kamala Harris, and so it's so easy to like fuck with them on that. So you just ask them, like, did Kamala Harris do a genocide? Yes or no? And they say obviously they're going to say yes, and it's like, and he endorsed her. So you want me to support a candidate who endorsed a genocide enabler? I mean, and then like I've been doing that unironically, or I've been doing that ironically, like in my replies. And I'm getting these people to make the same arguments for El Sayed that
beautiful
libs were making for Kamala in 2024. It's
you can do this for
amazing.
any candidate. Well, you say it's fucking amazing, but in my mind, it just demonstrates that they have no principles on any of these positions, which means they've been, the little bit of hand-wringing they were able to do on us for purity testing were things that they absolutely didn't believe in. If you really want to trigger people, you bring up Kamala. The easiest thing you could do is she's like, oh yeah, like I think Kamala should run in the primary. Like all these people who cried about open primaries and it's important for the party to choose, like they don't want Kamala to run, probably because a lot of the polling still has her as one of the more popular Democrats, which for whatever reason is the case.
No, she's the clear front runner right now.
Well, a guy convinced me too. If she comes in and she's like, well, fuck you, I told you so. Like, I think that's actually like a really good thing for her to run on. Like, yeah, like everything I said happened.
Yeah. And she could just play campaign ads from the last election. But it's annoying.
And this is America, man. We love a good comeback story in America. I mean, it's going to infuriate them, but she is like right now the clear front runner, and she has strong support from black voters, which are a crucially important demographic, especially in the primaries.
Yeah,
they're super active,
especially now because they moved South Carolina as the first one, which the lefties are not happy with. Ooh, man, you're gonna see
they're furious. They're furious.
Have you seen a lot of the shifts in demographic, like how they voted for the recent elections in like black people or like minorities, etc.?
You mean they're not really strongly supporting the DSA candidates, or?
No, I mean like they are moving back towards the Dems, whereas in the previous election with Trump, they had moved towards the Republicans.
Who's they? Which people?
Black voters and Hispanics.
I think you just have to be careful because I think when they say like Trump doubled his black support, didn't it go from like 5% to 10% or something? Like we're talking about a very low number of people.
It was mainly black men. Like I think he gained pretty significant. It was like he gained double digits with black men, but black women still overwhelmingly voted for Kamala. But so much of that was just like gas prices and inflation. I mean, that shit is so fucking important.
Sure.
So I don't know. I just I think I freaked out a little bit when the demographics shifted in 2024, but it really did not take long
it wasn't
for all
big.
of those gains to.
Black men supported Republicans 19% in 2020 to 21% in 2024. It's like a 3% shift. Yeah. The biggest one was the Latino voters. In 2020, it was 61% of Latino voters are supporting the Dems. Versus in 2024, it was 51% swapped to the Dems.
Sure.
So that's like an 11-point shift.
Yeah.
11% point.
And then I feel like we were gonna fight on something last week, and then we couldn't do it because you're banned on Twitch. But now I don't remember.
Well, I think it was probably right. Fuck.
It was. Didn't you want to go on and talk to Soypill?
Look, all I'm saying is that if we can just win these midterms, we're good.
Are we though? What does that matter much, or?
I'm just playing.
How do you feel about House seats? Do you think that we have enough wiggle room for Dems not to support like the DSA members? That's my position.
It's a moot point. Ooh, that's a good pun for you.
That's a good one, yeah.
It's a moot point. Because I like none of the all of the DSA candidates are going to win their races because those are like very, very, very blue seats.
Yeah.
So I don't think you should have to shred your credibility to say, I don't like DAC, but it's blue no matter who. Like, she doesn't need your help. So like, if you're a liberal, you don't actually have to endorse the DSA candidates running in those races. It's different for like, I think Wisconsin and, El Sayed's not officially DSA, but he's, obviously aligned. And so like, I don't know, those are going to be close races. I'm still going to probably try to influence people to support those candidates if they win those primaries. But for these races like in New York, no, you don't need to weigh in. You can say like, I don't like her, you know, I don't want her as a part of the party.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that was it.
Yeah. Okay. Be careful. Stay safe, buddy. What?
I DM the person that you set me up with.
Okay. Remember, her name is Teresa. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. No, wait. It's Teresa's your mom's name, right? Fuck.
That's right. Yeah. You
Fuck. You didn't even get the joke anyway, so whatever. Fuck me. Okay, people keep spamming this. Republican beats his wife or something?
My former wife has claimed that during a custody exchange at my home that day, I assaulted her. Here's what actually happened, and I have the Ring doorbell footage that backs it up. She came to my home in a good mood, and we have text messages to prove it, which you'll have, to pick up our daughter early for a friend's birthday party. She was inside my house for several minutes when she left. The video shows her walking out, carrying our daughter calm, in the same good mood, showing no distress whatsoever. And as they left, you can hear me say, "Goodbye, I love you, and I love you, Ruthie." Literally telling my ex-wife that I still cared for her. Does that sound like somebody who would just walk out and who would have been violently thrown a wall and been abused? She didn't call the police after that. She didn't go to the hospital, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to know what she did? She went straight to a child's birthday party. The very next day, we had a friendly phone call about our daughter's upcoming hospital procedure, and I drove in from Washington to be there for it. 6 days later, she offered to cook empanadas for me for dinner, just 2 days later after this alleged incident. The day after that, she invited me and my girlfriend, and which you'll have in text messages, to join her and our daughter at a playground. And that day, I just went with my former wife to the playground to spend time with our daughter. A week later, on February 15th, she wrote to me in her own words, which you will see, "I think it's great you and I are in a friendlier place." She then offered me more extra overnights with our daughter, which I can prove to every single one of you as recently. Every one of these messages is time-stamped on our court-sanctioned co-parenting app and is all in the packet. Only weeks later did the story of February 1st assault appear, so ask yourself, if I had assaulted her, would she have offered to cook me dinner 6 days later? Would she have invited me to spend an afternoon at the playground with her and our daughter?
Maybe she doesn't want to get beat more.
Would she have written that we were in a friendlier place? No, she wouldn't have, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, like, the whole in totality is not as ridiculous as the single quote, but I don't know the actual story. Ohio Senator Bernie Moreno says Representative Max Miller, who is married to Moreno's daughter, is not fit to serve in Congress. He needs serious psychological help. He is a danger to my daughter, and I hold my breath every minute he has custody of my granddaughter. Okay.
He's an Ohio guy?
Ohio Senator is apparently, his daughter is this guy's wife, I guess. Oops, we thought this was Haley Stevens' office. What?
So this is what $30 million from AIPAC buys. 3 copiers.
Here we are at Haley Stevens' campaign office. This is the address listed on her website.
She's in there, and we're going to go talk to her.
Yep. Hey, how's the campaign going?
Campaign.
Oh, Haley Stevens' campaign. How's it going? Is it going well?
She's not here.
What are you talking about?
No, she's here.
Yeah, it's listed on every website. This is her office. Do you guys think it was smart to take all that money from AIPAC?
Hey, get out!
What are you talking about? Are you work for Haley Stevens as well?
No, absolutely not. Get out!
Well, this is listed on her website.
Fucking bullshit.
All right, so actually this just turned out to be a UPS store. So this is what 30...
It's over. I'm dooming.